So I'm gonna attempt to make first garden tour videos of the season. I've been trying and keep getting thwarted every week, so I'm kind of late, but also I don't feel like there's much to see so far. But get started with what is in containers. Actually, before I go anywhere, I'll show you seedlings. Lots of seedlings that I'm hardening off right now. About to move them back out for the day. But so peas are finally starting to get going. Those have been in there a minute. Taters have been in since February. We did have a freeze. It was pretty hard. It was late. That killed a bunch of things. And also, so lily I dug up from the front. I'll show you a little bit. And this is a picknut hickory that was gifted to me. I'm going to show you what's in the greenhouse. Pomegranate. Got out of the greenhouse yesterday. It's going to get put in the ground this year. And in the greenhouse, sorry for the road noise. I have a bunch of things started. Like this whole tray is not happening so much. Mostly okra, some hollyhocks. I do have some ground cherries, and I just potted up a bunch of tomatoes, and that's mostly what's in my laundry room, the messy laundry room I showed you. This is primarily my cucurbits, so I've got butternut and spaghetti squashes, one variety of cucumber, a couple of different watermelons, which is probably pretty ambitious of me, cucamelons, and something called Kajari melon, and Minnesota midgets, which are like cantaloupe. This is primarily my beans, which are just starting to come up, as you can see. We're just now on the other side of my last frost date, so just getting them started and hoping to put them in the ground probably this week. But I can't put anything direct seed because it gets eaten by slugs. But I have a ton of new varieties I'm trying. These on the end are sunflowers, because of course I'm growing sunflowers this year, even if I wasn't going to. I have to now. Here's some strawberries that I dug up to transplant in the front yard. Sweet potato starts that are looking kind of puny, but I think I put them out here too early. A little cutting from an elderberry that maybe will do okay. Artichokes, and this is a wild tomato. I say wild, it was growing in somebody's front yard, my neighbor's front yard, but clearly didn't mean for it to be there. Who knows what it actually is, like a teaspoon variety. And then those are all celeries. And then down here I have two more sweet potatoes that, so I think I put them out here too early and they got too cold because they don't have much happening. So that may have been a waste of time and energy. And then dahlias that I'm hoping to start, and haven't seen them yet, but I think it's still too cold for them to be out. And I'll talk about the bed. And so there's not a whole lot happening here. These lettuces, they're sweet Valentine lettuce that are very happy. That was one of the only things that survived the 14-degree snap that we had after it had been 70 degrees. I put in some beets and chard a couple weeks ago that were sprouts, and you see, just like so many other things, they just got eaten and they're almost gone. A little bit of cilantro that has survived, and some cauliflowers that I put in here. Yeah, I tried to start carrots and they all got dug up by the squirrels. I have one lone survivor that is growing into a carrot potentially, and two little spinaches, but they're currently getting eaten up. Same thing for a bunch of radishes. I seeded a whole bunch of radishes and have had a few come up. But the squirrels have dug up almost everything I put in the ground this year after a certain time. But yeah, cauliflower, and of course you can see I got a lot of garlic happening in here. I've got a few asparagus spears. I'm trying to kind of let those go a little bit. I did take the first two, but I should have a lot more. But since I disturbed this bed last year, I think I messed up my asparagus. Because I was having soil issues. And then here's some more celery and a little thyme that was getting its own personal greenhouse from this bag of leaf mold. And yeah, not a lot of bare ground, not much else happening because squirrels dug it all up. But what can I do? Alright, on to the next one.